season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to work. 12 more yards there and another first down. Mayfield off the play fake. By Green. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Vikings nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down. Levy. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Levy goes right back to Smith again. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Levy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Vikings sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Pirates.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion right here comes Johnson. To throw on 2nd down. Levy. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So first interception best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Johnson, the man in motion right.
18 Rattler.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levy toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being...
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be...
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. third down, Mayfield. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Operating from the gun, Levy. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, You better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield on play action.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Cam of Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Off the play fake. Levy.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this. Drive will begin at the 25.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Play fake, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And it's complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mayfield on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings come right out of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster.
And, my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
In motion right here comes Johnson.
Panther 11, 7 Pirates.
Off play action. Levy. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Now that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. What a difference a week makes. Last week he had over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Curtis Samuel, 32 yards.
And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Johnson, the man in motion right.
60 Maverick, 79 Broncos.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Trap 50, trap 50. 19 right.
On 1st and 10, Levy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. Levy. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They go play action. Mayfield.
And it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down.
Adams the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around me. For a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. In motion right, here comes Johnson. Off play action. Levy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Off the play fake. Levy. He's got a man. Complete. And he will be taken down. A big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off play action. Levy.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Levy. It's caught. Smith. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Back to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. receiver in motion left.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now a play fake here on first down.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Operating from the gun. Levy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
To throw on second down, Levy. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Off the play fake, Levy.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will serve.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Off play action. Levy Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's got a man, complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down. It is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Off the play fake, Levy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Off play action. Levy. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 25 yards that time. Off the play fake. Levy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude,
but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger play.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings will have solid field position as they take over at the 45-yard line. Well, my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ballgame.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Levy going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame.
He's got a man, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation in this defense as they have been porous all game long. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now